Hello again, DeSoto ISD kindergarten students. Welcome to Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes. I am your host, Mr. Rhodes from Katherine Johnson Technology Magnet Academy. I'm so glad you guys are with me again today. This is our third episode. Who'd have thought we'd made it this far? So 3 episodes of Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes. So last week, if you were here, we learned how to identify the 4 coins we learned about here in kindergarten. They're right here behind me. But we are going to review those, and today we are going to practice counting. We're going to use the 4 coins, and we're going to practice counting with them. You've been working all year on how to make numbers different ways. You know, you can use 10 frames, you can use objects, you've been able to use tally marks, you can write the number. Well, using coins is just another way that you are able to make numbers. It's also very important that you know how much things cost, and the only way you can do that is by learning how to use money the right way and to count money. So here we go. We are going to get started. Again, thank you for joining us and hope you enjoy. All right, so here we go. We are going to review the 4 coins that we learned how to identify last week before we move on to counting. So the first coin we learned how to identify was the penny. And I've got 4 notes for each one of our coins. 4 coins, 4 notes each. So here we go, the penny. It is a copper coin. It has smooth edges. Abraham Lincoln is the president on the front, and it is worth 1 cent. That means when we count the pennies, we're going to count by ones. Our next coin is the nickel. The nickel is silver. Remember, the penny was copper, the nickel is silver. It also has smooth edges. It has Thomas Jefferson, who was another president, Thomas Jefferson on the front of the nickel, and it is worth 5 cents. So when you count nickels, you count by 5s. That's right. And next coin we have is the dime. It is silver coin with ridges. Silver coin with ridges. It is the smallest coin we learn about here in kindergarten. It has President Franklin Roosevelt on the front, and it is worth 10 cents. So when you count dimes, you count by, that's right, 10, everybody, good job. And our last coin is the quarter. The last coin we're going to learn about is the quarter. It is silver coin with ridges. It is the largest coin. So the dime was the smallest. The quarter is the largest one we learn about here in kindergarten. It's got our first president, George Washington, on the front, and it is worth 25 cents. So when you count the quarters, you start with 25. All right, so now we are going to practice counting with our coins. Last week, we identified what the coins are, but once you know what the coins are, you are going to learn to count with them. That's why it's very important you know how much each coin is worth and how you count them. So remember, pennies are 1 cent, you count by ones. Nickels, 5 cents, you count by 5s. Dimes are 10 cents, you count by 10s. And quarters are 25 cents, so you're going to skip count by 25. So we are going to do this by spinning a wheel. We're going to come up with a number, and then we are going to practice making that number with our coins. So here we go. Let me get the wheel up, and let's get started. Here we go, spinning the wheel, trying to get a couple good numbers for us. We are going to learn how to make numbers, and we have landed on the number 6. Number 6, I like it. Let's make our number 6. All right, kindergarten, we have just rolled the number 6, so we are going to make the number 6. Now, there are a couple different ways that we can make the number 6, and guys, both ways are correct. So either way you choose, you could be correct. Now, the way you probably get to the number 6 most is simply by counting, and when you count by ones, remember, we would use the penny, right? So let's count together. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 cents right there. So we made the number 6 with pennies, but there is another way we could make the number 6. Now remember, how much was a nickel worth? If you said 5, you are correct. So 5. So we are already at 5 with just 1 coin because a nickel is worth 5 cents. Then all we need is 1 more. Remember, 1 more. A penny gives us 1 more. So this is 5, 6. So here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We counted by ones. Count nickels by 5. So we're already at 5. And one more gives us 6. Great job, guys. Here we go, spinning the wheel, see what number we are going to make here on Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes. The next number we are going to make is the number 20. Number 20, here we go, let's make it. Lots of different options here. Let's make the number 20. All right, here we go, number 20. That is our number now. Again, kind of like the number 6. We can make the number 20 in many different ways. Lots of different ways. I'm going to do probably 2 or 3 ways for you right now. So again, first way would be counting pennies. And when we count pennies, we count by ones, right? So I'm going to lay these out in a way that may look familiar to you. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, if you notice, I laid them out like this, so hopefully some of you look at that and think, that looks kind of like a 10 frame. It does, because there's 10 and 20. You can count by ones, and if we lay them out, you can see that there's 20 pennies there. We can also make 20 using nickels. Remember, when we have nickels, we skip count by 5. So if I pulled nickels out, skip counting by 5, this would be 5, 10, 15, 20. See, I got to 20 using just 4 nickels because I skip counted by 5. Count by ones, count by 5s, and then what's this right here? Dimes. What do I count by if I'm counting dimes? If you said 10, give yourself a big pat on the back because you do count by 10s. You skip count by 10s. We've got 10 and 20. So we use dimes. We only need 2 because we skip counted by 10s. 10, 20. Nickels, 5, 10, 15, 20. And here we counted by ones. We needed 20 pennies. Great work. All right, guys, after that number now, let's find our next number. Let's find our next number we are going to make. How about we make the number 15? 15, I like it. Lots of options when we make the number 15. Again, counting coins here on Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes, making the number 15. Let's do it. All right, here we go. We got the number 15. We are going to make the number 15. Now, just like 20, you guys know you could count pennies to get to 15. You could count by ones, but I'm not going to do that this time. You can do that on your own while you're practicing at home, but we are going to make it different ways. So let's skip count using our nickels. And what do we skip count by when we use nickels? That's right, skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. Perfect. Only took 3 nickels to get to 15 because we skip counted. But I'm also going to show you another way. How much was a dime worth? That's worth 10. 10. We only need 5 more to get to 15. So what if I had 1 dime and then I counted pennies? That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I got that there. And I hear some of you are yelling at the computer right now saying, but there's still another way. And you are right. Because if I had a dime here, we had 5 pennies. What else here was worth 5? That's right, our nickels. So I could have 10 and 5 more to get to 15. So we could count pennies by ones to get to 15. We could count 3 nickels. We could count 1 dime and 1 nickel. Or we could count a dime and 5 pennies. All of these make 15, and any way you do it is correct. So let's keep trying. Let's keep practicing, see what we can come up with next. Here we go, spinning the wheel, see what number we are going to land on Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes. Let's spin that wheel, and we have landed one? Who's number one? Who's number one? We are kindergarten number one. Let's do it, guys. All right, here we go, guys. Our final number was a number one. We spun the number one. So this one should be the easiest, right? Because I can make the number one with any of these, right? No, we can't. Only one of these. Which ones do we use to count by ones? Can I get to one using a nickel? No, because they start at 5. Can I get to 1 using a dime? No, because it starts at 10. What about a quarter? We haven't used those yet. Yeah, that starts at 25. So the only one you can use here to count to 1 is this one right here. We're going to use the penny. 1. It's the only one we can use. Right there, if you got that, that is the number one. Great work, kindergarten. All right, kindergarten, so I am so glad you were with me here on Money Talk with Mr. Rhodes. It's been a blast teaching you how to identify and then how to count coins. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep working hard, guys. Stay safe, stay smart, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.